Alright, so what we got today? For one, got a new truck. So this is a 2025 Ford Superduty F350 Tremor in the XLT trim. So not loaded out by any means. Pretty much work truck, just a little step above that, you know. So cloth seats, carpet, center console, you know, in the front. The gas engine, the Tremor the gas engine, Godzilla engine in the Tremor. A lot of names here. So far, I've got 550 miles on this thing. I'm enjoying the gas engine so far. Got rid of the Cummins, so the Ram's gone. Went from the 1-ton dually to the 1-ton single wheel. A lot shorter, a lot more nimble. I mean, what can I say? It's a really nice truck for me. You know, mine was the tradesman, so this is a step up in comfort and quality, seems like. But there are a few trade-offs, I guess. So this one, you know, I bought it off the lot, didn't have a gooseneck prep, so I got to put in a gooseneck hitch. It's totally gooseneck. I feel like with the gooseneck and the excavator, I'm gonna be pushing the towing limits of this thing. It was rated for like 20-something thousand pounds gooseneck, but you know, really steep, kind of slow around here, so I'm not sure how much effect that'll have on it. But you know, we'll see. So far driving it, I mean, a little worse mileage, but this has got 430 gears in it in the 10-speed, and the Ram had 410 gears in the 6-speed Eisen. So, you know, it was cranking some RPMs at interstate speed. So this is a little better, but as far as fuel mileage, obviously, you know, gas versus diesel, your diesel is going to get better if you're cruising at a reasonable speed. But it's not too far off from what I was getting in the diesel as far as miles per gallon. But, you know, overall, money-wise, it hopefully will come out cheaper on, you know, decent driving. But anyway, big difference in price for the diesel versus the gas. I think with the high output versus this, there's like, you know, 11,000 something odd dollars price difference. You know, because it's 12,000 something dollar option for the 6.7 high output, which is what I was starting to look at. But I was like, you know, let's give that gas engine a try. Simpler, cheaper. You know, I don't have the dozer to tow no more, so that's kind of really why I had the dually in the first place, was to tow the dozer. So that's gone. So the excavator with the gooseneck in this, probably doable, because I don't tow it a whole lot, just kind of here and there to do a few jobs. So not that big of a deal. May even look at getting a new trailer, something like a bumper pull, like a tilt trailer or something, a little lighter, a little smaller. Get rid of the gooseneck, because I love the gooseneck, but don't really need it just for the excavator, because like I say, I mainly bought it so I could tow the dozer as well. So we'll see. But anyway, for right now, it'll do me just fine. But yeah, the truck so far does good. I noticed from new, it was a little squirrely, a little squirmy on the road, but I attributed that to the tires. And so far I got, like I say, 550 miles, and that's gotten tremendously better. So I do think that was the tires just kind of wearing in. Yeah, truck has plenty enough get up and go. You know, it's not a diesel by any means, but I want to say these are like 430 horsepower, and don't quote me, but maybe like 485 foot-pound. So plenty enough power, you know, for the most part, especially from a gas engine. Sounds really good too. So, like I say, I bought this truck off the lot. It's not optioned exactly the way I would want it. If I had ordered it, I probably wouldn't have picked white, but I don't mind the white. I like it. But I think 26 models you can order starting probably right now. Had a couple different new color options for ordering, but not a big deal. But I went with the F350 versus the 250 Tremor just because it had a little bit higher tow rating. So don't know if if that really matters, because I think the Tremors are all sprung the same, 250 and 350. So I'm not really sure about that. Been a long time since I had a Ford, so kind of all new to me. Few things that I thought was odd. I didn't even look into this, but I did notice it had a key with, you actually twist, so you don't got to push button start. Rams had that forever. I don't know, when they started that, but as far as Ford in these lower trim levels, still got a key. And it's a flip out blade style from the fob. You got to crank it up. So kind of odd. Well, what the heck? I don't bother me too bad. But this one was optioned with remote start on the key fob, so I don't have to. I can use the app, but I don't have to solely use the app. So I like that. One big downer that I thought about it was I got the 360 camera system on this, and I don't know, it's like not that good of quality. The backup camera is, I don't know, it's not that great. So that was weird, because my Tradesman Ram, I had the smaller screen and it had a great backup camera. So I'm not sure what's going on there, if that's a thing that can be fixed, or if there's something going on there, I don't know. But it's just not the best quality. And the 360 camera, when you put it in reverse, it pops up default 360 camera. I can't find a way to change it. I don't think there is. But I would like it to default to just the regular backup camera, and then give me the option to use the 360 if I want, because it splits the screen up with a little teeny tiny reverse camera and then the 360 shot. And I can't really see that good with the reverse camera backing up unless I click through the menu and then open it up kind of full screen. So not a deal breaker, but worth noting. Kind of odd to me anyway. Maybe not most people. But yeah, the quality's kind of grainy on the cameras, but I like having the 360 camera. This one came with the blind spot system on it, which I like, especially driving in traffic if I'm in a city somewhere. A little more peace of mind. It also came with the power fold extend trailer tow mirrors, which I like. So here's something that I thought was really strange. Wasn't even expecting this to be an issue, but it kind of is. So on I think it's the Sync 4, this is like the 7-inch screen, I don't remember. You don't have any Sirius XM. I don't know, am I overlooking something? I've went through everything I can find, done everything, but these are the only options I have. AM, FM, Bluetooth, and my phone. So on CarPlay, I got the Sirius XM app, which is streaming from my phone, but nowhere do I have just a Sirius XM radio on here. This is all I got. You can see that there. I don't know, does anybody know what to do, like what I can do about fixing this? I've got my old little XM controllers I could stick in here somewhere, but again, kind of like my key fob here, I feel like I'm going back in time. Is this a thing on more and more vehicles, like no Sirius XM? I thought that was kind of like a standard, like AM, FM, nowadays. I don't know. That one was a weird one to me. I can't figure that one out. It's crazy. Yeah, let's see, what am I missing here? Oh, got the, this one came with the factory bed liner. Never bought one with the bed liner, always ordered them without, so I like that, it's nice. Actually has the step in the tailgate, which, when I first seen those, I thought that was, oh well, may use it once a year. because I always like the side steps on the Rams, and then, which I used on this, got the footwell and the bumper, and a little grab handle at the top. And I was like, well, that's what I'll use more than anything. And maybe for quick in and out of the bed, probably, but as far as getting in and out of the bed multiple times or doing some work, like I installed the toolbox and fuel tank in the bed of this truck. Still not done, but it's mounted. And in and out of the bed several times, that tailgate step with the little grab handle, amazing, really, really helpful. So I like that it had that, because I wouldn't have ordered that on a truck if I had ordered it myself. I do enjoy that. That's a lot nicer than I thought. Didn't get the cab lights on this. You know, it's the way they ordered it. So no cab lights this time, but I think it looks pretty good. I don't mind so far. Yeah. Really can't think of anything else to tell you about it. It's, you know, still pretty new and haven't driven it a lot, but, well, 500 miles, but haven't towed with it yet at all. So I got to get a gooseneck hitch and install, which I'll probably have to install the wiring as well. I don't think that's in there. Yeah, so far pretty good. Let me know what you think, or if you have any questions about it. Like I say, I'm new, getting back into the Ford game again. This one seems really nice. 35-inch tires, 18-inch wheels. I'm not sure the exact size on the tire, 2-something-ish. But, yeah, so far so good. I like it. But here in the next couple weeks, probably get a gooseneck hitch, put that in, and then try towing with it, see how it does towing the gooseneck stuff. So that'll be fun. But anyway, just wanted to kind of give a quick overview. Got the new truck, and the Ram is gone, so we'll see what towing with a gas engine's like. You know, I had the Power Wagon, the Ram Power Wagon with the Hemi in it, and I towed, you know, the backhoe, towed the camper. That's about 10,000 pounds, no problem. I did tow the excavator once on my old deck over trailer with the Power Wagon, and it was, it didn't want too much of it. So I'm hoping this will be a little bit better with the gooseneck and, you know, kind of I guess the deeper gears in the 10-speed versus the 6-speed that was in the Power Wagon. So, yeah, I think the new Power Wagons have 8 speeds now. I don't know, but I know the new Cummins, you know, has the new 8-speed in those. That'd probably be pretty nice, but we'll see how the 10-speed does towing with the gas engine. Not sure about like low gear torque converter lockup, like on a slow, steep grade. Seemed like I've seen some videos saying the diesels with the 10-speed had first gear lockup. So not sure these transmissions work exactly the same. I'm sure somebody can correct me on that, but hopefully it kind of locks up and is not slipping in a low gear going slow, because the Ram, that's one thing that did frustrate me about the Ram, was with the Eisen, the torque converter wouldn't lock until 2nd gear, and then I was doing like 20 mile an hour. And some of the hills around here in eastern Kentucky are pretty steep and 1-lane roads, slow going, so it was a chore sometimes to get it to lock on a lot of these slow mountain roads, and if it wasn't locked, it was slipping, so it was heating up pretty quick. So I'm hoping this will be better on that part, but I don't know for sure, because nobody could tell me any of the dealerships or anything. So hopefully that's not the case with the gas engines, that it'll be more like the diesels, from what I've heard, that it will lock in first. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, other than that, love the truck. So I bought this at, I think it's called Purchase Ford in Mayfield, Kentucky. They actually, I didn't go all the way to the dealer, seen it online, talked to them on the phone. They met me in Bowling Green, and, you know, kind of we exchanged there, kind of done everything over the phone, met in person, signed a few papers, done. So they was helpful on that part. I didn't have any problems there. So my salesman at Purchase Ford was Austin Nole. His number, if anybody's interested, is 930-263-0377. He was friendly, helped me out. So, yeah, I like the Ford. I've had, I don't even know how many Rams here in the last couple decades, but kind of always been looking at the Fords. And I don't mind the, you know, the XLT or the XL even trim, and I don't mind the look. Yeah, I like the LED lights and all that fancy stuff, but I mean, yeah, I like the look. I think this looks good. Still halogen lights. Oh well, I don't mind. But yeah, I think it's a good looking truck. So with this Tremor package, you get, you know, the bigger tires. So these are 35s. I guess is what they said they are. 285, 75, 18. Goodyear, Wrangler, Duratrac. And I'm sure there's more stuff that I'll miss here, but the Tremors come with the skid plate on the fuel tank. I'm sure there's probably one on the transfer case, yeah. These higher mounted step bars, which I like. They're a little high though for stepping in and out, but they work. And it's got the little steering kind of notification. It's not lane keep or lane centering or any of that stuff, but kind of let you know if you're running out of the road. Kind of gives you a little bump there, nudge you. So I guess that's a good safety feature to have. But yeah, no winch with the Tremors, but there is a Ford factory option. It was like $40-something though, so yeah, may look at doing that ourselves one of these days. You know, hopefully a lot cheaper. 430 gears on the gas. I think the diesel had a couple different options, maybe for gear ratio. Yeah, let's see, what else am I missing for Tremor stuff? Yeah, that's about all I can think of. But I always got, you know, kind of a couple little drive modes in there. It's kind of neat. But yeah, so far so good. I like it. May look at lowering these step bars down just a fuzz, just for ease of use. You know, it's not that I need all the super high ground clearance at the moment, but at least it is an option. So I think what I'll do is buy another set of Ford running boards that has these brackets, and you know, maybe lower this down a couple inches with the lower brackets off of a regular step bar. I think that's an option you can do. I've seen that online somewhere. Oh, another thing with the Tremor package, it has all your vent tubes kind of raised up. I think it was like 30 or 32 inches. Don't quote me on that. Maybe 30 inches of like water fording ability. Seemed like my Power Wagon had like 36 inches of you know, kind of water crossing ability, I guess you could say, with their vent tubes. But has an electronic locker in the rear and a limited slip in the front. Not really tried out the locker. Used four-wheel drive a few times. Yeah, can't really tell much about it there yet, so I'll try to give a good test of that here one of these days. But yeah, so far so good. I like it. Got the auxiliary switches. I don't know if I mentioned that already, but glad to have those because I will wire up my fuel tank here eventually. That's kind of probably what I'll do. Maybe today, if I get a chance, is wire up the pump for my fuel tank for diesel fuel. I do wish this had a bigger gas tank. I think the only option you have for these is let's see, I want to say it's a 32 gallon, 32, 34, I'm not sure. But not like I was used to. I had the 50 gallon tank in the Cummins, and that was nice. So you could drive quite a while before you had to fuel up. I do enjoy that, but this, you know, I do make more fuel stops, which I guess isn't always a bad thing. You know, get up, stretch your legs, but it is handy to have the ability to not do that if you want. So I don't know if there's an option for a larger tank for these. with the gas engine, or if it makes a difference. If any of you guys know, let me know. That'd be something I'd be interested in, or some sort of auxiliary tank that I could, you know, dump from. I'm not sure about the gas stuff, if that's even a thing people do with gas engines, but, you know, I know it's a thing for diesels, but not sure about gas engine. But anyway, I'll quit rambling, but yeah, I'm enjoying the truck so far. I like the looks, the comfort. You know, the ride is a little bit better than the dually, which should be obvious, but was a little squirrely, like I say, you know, squirmy on the road with the tires, but those are wearing in. I think that's going to kind of go away. So if any of you guys have that problem or worry, let me know, because I feel like it's kind of going away. I want to say when I had the Power Wagon, I put a set of 35-inch Goodyear Wrangler Duratracs on that, but they were 17-inch rims, not 18. And I think they did that for the first few hundred miles. So I'm not really worried about that just yet, but I think that'll kind of get a little bit better. But yeah, I like it. Yeah. If you have any questions or comments, tips, tricks, whatever you know about these things, let me know. Kind of keep me in the loop. You know, who knows, maybe make some changes on this thing. So anyway, let's get out here and get on something else.